The truth is more likely to stab you than to fight beside you if you go against it. The right hue could provide new pride to defy a few people trying to stop your reign, but while trying to deride due judgment, something still remains. Painting me black might make it feel like it's still your domain, and you could gas yourself up in order to justify your gain, but I'll explain something. You blacken the ones you're shunning, but black just makes it hard to see your retribution coming. It's shameful. This impasse turned your disaster, but poor is the pupil that doesn't surpass his master. Even poor is the master that inhibits his pupils and limits the youthful abusing their prime, even if small. Even poor is the person regarded sublime at all, for those secrets are found with time, and those secrets hardens his fall into his penance. His canvas always fated to be blank, and for all that, you have a woman to thank.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I have a woman to thank as well. Thank you very much, Milksteak, for the $30. I appreciate it. As well as $2 from Brendan.srt. Having a bad day. Thanks for the stream, Claw. We're gonna make that day just a tiny bit, at least a little bit better. 0.5% maybe. You know, I don't know. We're gonna try. It's gonna be one of those compare your lives to them, and then you know, feel better about yourself kind of thing. And then $5 from Kate. Nice easy tunes to gently usher us from sleep to horror. Thank you. Yeah, that was the J Music Ensemble version of the art gallery theme from Persona 5. I thought, you know, that's a good song to get us into Artismism. Welcome. We're looking at Deviants. We're looking at potentially Fur Affinity. I don't know. The floor is open to suggestions. If you've got suggestions, that's fine, but we're going to be focusing on specifically art people, deviant art people. I have a couple saved. There's a couple things I want to look up. We have Johnny Test in the thumbnail, so I'm definitely going to want to look at some Johnny Test stuff. I had to search the term Johnny Test inflation on Google to get the thumbnail happening. So, you know, we're going to get into that. But I want to look at some Control-Alt-Delete. It's been a little while. It's been a couple of weeks since we've last engaged with the funny comic. If you weren't here last time, I believe pretty much the whole time that we did Control-Alt-Delete, it was Ethan and what's her fucking name? I want to say Ela, but it's not. It's not. It's Ethan and Lady Layla. It's the other guy whose name I can't fucking remember. Ethan and Layla dealing with the repercussions of the Lost comic, where she had a miscarriage, and it was like fucking 20 issues or something that we read or more, and it was all just like very awkward. There were barely any jokes, and when there were, they were not good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a really fun time. So welcome to the stream. First, we're gonna do some DeviantArt stuff. I don't know if I should mix the Control-Alt-Delete throughout. I mean, no, I think it would be better. I think it would be better for the ease of people viewing later if they maybe just want to see one segment and not the other. I suppose I'll do just DeviantArt stuff now, and maybe for Affinity and whatever, and then in a little while we'll do some Control-Alt-Delete. How's that? Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hello. Yeah, that Ethan, not Klein. I think I did call him Ethan Klein at one point, because he reminds me of Ernest Klein, but also his name makes me think of Ethan Klein from H3H3. Like, the character, it really is just the perfect asshole if you think about it. I mean, speaking of the perfect asshole, I might be doing game stuff in a little while, potentially. I did my second run of Disco Elysium, and I'm kind of thinking of playing through as high big brain, low emotional intelligence, weakling, who has no cool and no motor skills. Basically, and going like fascist route. Basically playing like somebody who uses Rumble or something like that as for a full playthrough. I think that would be pretty good, but potentially. $2 from Sonic Lol Productions. The horror begins. It does. Speaking of games, by the way, I still have to do more Sonic Adventure 2. It's just really hard to motivate myself. I will play more of it, and it will be on stream. It's hard to motivate myself, though, because the last time I played it, I ended with Pyramid Cave, which was... I had frustrations with it, but it was still one of, you know, the really good Sonic levels in the game. And as much as I will stand up for Knuckles' treasure hunt shit, and I will stand up for the whole game, even though I don't really like Tails' shooting levels. Man, I am doomed to do, like, multiple Tails and Knuckles levels before I get another fucking Sonic level. And it's like, man, I kind of want to play it again, but I just don't know if I have that in me, because it's also, like, the worst Knuckles level, too, that I have to do immediately when I start playing. Which is, like... you know, not the most exciting thing, you know, so I will get back to it, but man, I might start the Dark storyline, just to, you know, get that going, and then return to Sonic stuff when I'm, like, you know, a little more, I don't know, maybe I'll do that. $10 from Vomit Omelet. Good luck scaring everyone. Sad to miss the inflation comics and weird abortion comics. Well, it's not an abortion, it was a miscarriage. Come on now. Let's get it right here. It was a miscarriage. Don't put words in anybody's mouth here. It was a miscarriage. Weird miscarriage comics. Inflation, I mean, that one's certainly likely. So, let me see here. Well, I have one to start, which I think is kind of interesting. So this is a she/her person, born in 1987, deviant for 10 years. And this is Bugs Cyan 27, or really it's spelled incorrectly, so it's Say-Ian. I guess it's Cyan, actually. I think there's like a mistranslation and they spelled it wrong in the English, so it's like it's actually like Cyan, but I always have problems with that because the fucking name, it's Cyan, the way it's supposed to be fucking spelled. Except that's apparently like a mistranslation, and it's actually like Saiyan, Super Saiyan, or something. But they like spelled it wrong. But anyway, this person also spelled it wrong. Bugs Say-Ian 27. Looney Tunes have no bounties. And I don't know what that means so much, but I do know that we've got some sexy skeleton men. I don't know if this is supposed to be like Sans or what the fuck is happening here. This skeleton man is turning into like a Naga over here. I guess this is Sans. This is official Sans Amino, it says down there. So this is some hot Sans art. I don't remember where I found this, but it's in my bookmarks. I think a friend might have sent it to me. We got, oh, this is nice. See, actually, and this is good. This is good. This is better than any NFT that I've ever seen. I mean, it's very similar to every NFT I've ever seen, but it's better than all of them, I swear. So you know the Mega Man Final Smash in Smash Brothers, where he like calls in all of the other Mega Man, the super fighting robot? Well, we've got that here, and I don't know if I think I can show this, because there's something on the ground here that kind of looks... There's something on the bottom area that looks like balls. But I don't believe it is balls. I'm not certain what it is. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I don't think it's balls. This is fine. Yeah, it's Sans. And Sans is here, and he's got different outfits. There's different versions of Sans. There's Super Ultra Instinct Sans. Super Sans, Sans. That didn't work, but, you know, he's turning that way. And then down here, yeah, there's, like, something that looks like balls, but I think it's attached to his, like, sword or something. I'm not sure. But, it's good stuff. It's excellent stuff. Bugs Saiyan. Bugs Saiyan. Let me see. Drawing AUs of Sans and stuff. Go to gallery here. And, I don't remember... Well, you got this, and I mean, this just looks like this is like DeviantArt Undertale AU art. alternative versions of Sans interacting with each other and with like, and this is like a happy birthday message. Be happy, never give up. To Tapu and Chinchi, or Tanu, or something. I don't know, but both of the Sans is down there. I guess there's a difference. There's so many Sanses. There's like Sanses coming out of the fucking sides of the screen, but there's like a super negative Sans. This is basically I'm gonna tell my grandkids that this is the plot of the Flash movie. You know, really, because you can't tell me otherwise. You can't tell me it's not. Let's see. So the guy's in this lady is into Bugs Bunny stuff as well, and like a WB and whatnot, and so we got a super ultra buff Bugs. Well, I found this tiny skeleton laying near my home. Can we keep him? Yeah. And yeah, there's a little Sans. He's having some trouble. I don't know why Sans is so scared. You'd think Sans would be able to maintain his composure, you know, given how hard the boss fight is and everything. But I guess Bugs is just so buff that he's not able to, you know, he's not able to do anything about it. We've got like a did they try to make this? Oh yeah, they made a costume. They made like a costume of their super cool Sans. I guess it's a decent costume, I suppose. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I guess good job. You know, good job. There you go. Yeah, I mean, this is not the worst artist I've ever seen, but then sometimes it is, because like you get art like this, and this is Super Sans and Infant Frisk. And it doesn't even look like the fucking kid from Undertale. But it's like, I guess they're an infant, so that's why. But it looks like fucking piss. It's garbage. I mean, that one's garbage. And I say that so candidly because something like this, you know, I actually think this is kind of fun. I mean, it's a, you know, it's not super crazy, but I enjoy the aesthetic of it. I enjoy it. I enjoy. The other one doesn't look good. But a lot of these maybe don't look super good, but you know, there's a real attempt here. Real big fan of this is an image called Hot Men at a Bar and Grill Bee, which it makes me sad because, well, I would assume that these three are the hot men. I don't know if this one is Papyrus, or if like this, or if it's just a taller Sans, or I don't know how that works. But Bugs is like sexy, hot, Magic Mike Bugs Bunny. And the thing is, it's called Hot Man at a Bar and Grill Bee, and I would assume I remember somewhat, some things about Undertale. I think this is Grill Bee, the fire guy. Why can't he also be a hot man at a bar? I mean, I guess it's a joke. I think it might be a joke, because he is on fire, so he is really a hot man. Quite literally, he's a hot man. But I just find it rude to suggest that he is not one of the hot men in this image. I mean, I think he perfectly fits the bill. Do not undersell Grillby over here. He looks like he's having a good time. But sexy Bugs though. I mean, that's the one you really want to fuck. Oh dear. Oh. Oh dear. You know, so that's Bugs Super Saiyan. Bugs Saiyan 27 is the user. Let me see here. Take a look at chat. Yeah, it's pretty cursed. It's pretty bad. I really should have warned people first. Yeah, what's up, Doc? Seductively. Yeah, seductively. He's the hottest. Kinda clever. Zam, Bugs. Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know. You don't need to... listen, chat members, listen. The Bugs Bunny humanoid creature didn't jump down your soul and eat your dreams yet, so you don't need to be mean to it just yet. I mean, if that happens, go all wild, you know? But you know, that's just, you know, it's just a Bugs Bunny humanoid hybrid trying to live their lives. You know, what's wrong with that in this economy, in this society, even? Let me see here. 5 SGD from John Jayon. Hiyo Dedo, have you ever heard of Lilo and Stitch's Holocaust? No, I certainly have not. No, I certainly have not. Oh, it's just... okay. Well, I mean, it's a fan fiction. And I can read the fan fiction. But also, it's just a couple of words. What the fuck? It's 100 words. It's like a paragraph. What do you mean, have you heard of Lilo and Stitch's Holocaust? So yes, I've heard of it in the sense that, I've heard of fucking, Nick the Ultima Sword Wielder, who has a 5,166 page Wikia page, or fandom, or whatever, page, and one of the many pages is called Lilo and Stitch's Holocaust, and it is a discontinued story in the Universal Takeover Saga by Nick the Ultima Sword Wielder, focusing on Lilo and Stitch's world being taken over by the Organization. It is set to be the 6th story in the saga after Timmy Turner's tragedy and before Titan's terror. Oh, well, shiver me timbers. It certainly has... It currently only has its prologue written. And yeah, I mean, there's only really a prologue. It's just a paragraph. I don't know. It's not... I'm not doing DeviantArt today, but... Or I'm doing DeviantArt today. I'm not doing fanfics and stuff, but this is like a 1-paragraph fanfiction. I don't know. The concept of it sounds funnier. I think the concept of a super chat saying, have you heard of Lilo and Stitch's Holocaust? Is funnier than the actual thing that I just found. Really. That's not... I don't know. That's fine. Let me see here. Lorem Ipsum Dolor with $2. Wow, what a birthday treat. Big fan. Well, you know, a happy birthday. This is a birthday celebration for you specifically. We all are joined here today for you, and we're here. And if you don't like the present, then really you're just ungrateful and you're kind of a shithead. You're kind of just a bad person, really. If you find out that you don't like the stream for whatever reason, you know, you really, that just sucks for you. That sucks to suck, really. You know, and I hope you have a bad birthday if that happens. But other than that, I hope you have a good birthday. I'm just kidding. Have a good one. $5 from John. Hope everyone's weekend will go amazing. Jedwing, I challenge you to read Silver Soul by Matemi. Well, I mean, okay, not today. I mean, if that's better than the 1-paragraph Lilo and Stitch Holocaust one. Silver Soul. By Beach House. Okay, it's a Pokemon thing. No, it's a Pern comic. It's Pern comic. We're on allperncomic.com. Every comic for free. Silver Soul. I mean, you know, you fucking challenge me. It's like it's a porn comic. What do you mean you challenge me? I can't read it on stream. What the fuck are you talking about? I challenge you to read. Like, you mean just on my own? I mean, alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to read this. There's like Pokemon fuck sex. There's fuck sex happening. I can't do that. What do you mean I challenge you to read it? It's like, it's porn. It's porn. Come on now. $5 from Muds33. Love the streams this week, Claw. Unrelated, but I recommend listening to Wise After the Event by Anthony Phillips. Have a lovely weekend. Well, I'm not sure I know about Anthony Phillips. He sounds like a math teacher, but you know, some of the best musicians do sound like math teachers when you listen to them. Let me see. Another one that I have saved here. We'll do some stuff. we'll do some stuff. Just we'll do some suggestions for things to look up, like keywords, Johnny Test inflation, and whatnot. But first, somebody suggested this a couple days ago. On one of the suggestion streams. This is somebody who I saved. I don't know how interesting they'll really be. I'm looking at it now. Somewhat, I suppose. It's somebody by the name of Haley Kitty Does Art. And there's a lot of deviations. There's like over 2,000 different fucking art pieces. This appears to be somebody who's really into Seymour Skinner from fucking Simpsons. And so they put Seymour Skinner into things. There's a series about this. What the? Where am I and what's going on? Ah! We'll be right back. And so this is Seymour Skinner turning into a pony, and he realizes that he's a pony, and he has some issues with it. Oh, Fluttershy touched him, and that's why he went, and then we did this meme. That's good. That's a good meme. Well memed, my friend. Well memed. If Seymour was in Friday Night Funkin'. You said you wanted some rap battle or something, right? Yeah! Well, I'm not really a good singer. I sound kinda weird when I sing. Why is this like a sexy boy Seymour Skinner, everybody? Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Bart Simpson, tell me why. Yeah, and so he sings it. And, he's a sexy boy Seymour Skinner individual. Somebody who just... Because the thing is, it's like, you're not even into Seymour Skinner, you're into your weird version of Seymour Skinner. Who looks like a sexy boy from fucking Backstreet Boys. And looks like he's, he puts his hand behind his head all twee and fucking cutesy. And, like, that's not even who the fucking character is. So what are you're just into your own, like, OC version of this character, I guess? So here's, Seymour Skinner and Baldy's Basics. And they're certainly in Baldy's Basics, and Baldy is spanking him. Owie, I'm a grown man. You can't do this, you big meanie. Ouch, I want my mommy. And, he's reduced to a little thumb-sucking baby with, big eyes. Suck. All he did was ask a question, God, I turned off the mic. That's what happens. There's a turn off the mic button right above the switch back to fireplace button. It's very dangerous. That's what happened before, I think. I don't know why I even have that on there. I don't need it. But yeah. Very sexy twee fucking Seymour Skinner. There's a Pizza Tower one, there's a FNAF one, all the good memes. We got Doki Doki. We got Bendy and the Ink Machine, and he's certainly sexy in all of them. We got Seymour versus the forces of evil over here. Behold, the forces of evil. And I mean, again, like, you're making Seymour Skinner and, like, his mom. I don't know what characters these are on this fucking other show. But I don't know if it's him and his mom. I don't know. It's just very strange. It's very strange. I just... Gary Diaz. Wait, what the fuck? Gary is Marco in this AU, everybody. Everybody, it's me, Gary! This is, Gary. I guess that's fucking... Is that, like, Chalmers? They're on a first-name basis with this person, by the way. It says Gary Diaz. It's not like Marco Chalmers or anything. I think Gary is Chalmers. That would make sense. But it's Marco Diaz Chalmers. I guess. You know, and just keep in mind that this person is one of many, many wonderful people who are in charge of shaping democracy. So yeah, that's Seymour versus the forces of evil, and then there's just over 2,200 other deviations. Well, what's funny is there are all 2,286 deviations. Featured 2,283. So for some reason, 3 of these images were just considered not good enough to be featured in this list of every other thing that this person has ever made. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it's cartoon show art. It's like crossover shit. It's Doki Doki Monica meets JFK from fucking Clone High. Velma meets Velma. Like, you know, there's creepypasta shit. Like, there's this. Seymour meets MX. I guess this is a really funny creepypasta meme. MX, he's scary, everybody. It's Mario, but he's scary. And he's gonna eat Seymour up. Just Seymour. Like, the name even. The name of him being Seymour is like, it's just not a... I don't know, it's not a name you often hear as like a sexy man name. It's kind of why they picked it, probably. But don't worry, because we've got multiple redesigned scary Seymours over here. We got Seymour.exe. We got Xmore. We got Majinmore. We got the virus. And then we got, you broke my grill? I don't know why he's just called Grill. That's weird. That's a weird one. Really, it's all weird. Again, a valued member of democracy. The person who made this. So yeah, this person's really into Seymour. There's a lot of other stuff you're not seeing. Cartoon bullshit. Various Loud House and fucking Owl House and Pizza Tower, and there's like a Steamed Hams Pizza Tower thing. I don't know. There's whatever this is. So Haley, I guess, is the uploader. It's the person, and they upload. It's the person whose art this is. Haley, I guess, brought somebody back to life from like some goo here. What the fuck? Who are you people? Why am I naked? Because you're naked because you suck. Haley says, you must be wondering why I brought you back to life, right? I'm not bringing you back to life because I think you can change. In fact, I think you're a piece of garbage. You're alive again because Lisa wants some test subject that we don't care about since you're a jerk. Have fun, Philly. There's villains. Lisa's experiments. There's murder, fresh meat to experiment on. So this is like a torture thing, I guess. I don't know who the fuck these people are. I don't know. This is apparently this person's like self-insert or something. It's their character. It's a character named Haley. Oh yeah, they've got their own OCs and stuff. There was a character there named Betrayus who was talking. Betrayus is a Shadow the Hedgehog Ryuko with a trans flag button. This is just quite frankly too dumb to speak of, even. I mean, this is just so dumb. They speak of it in hushed tones in dark circles of the internet of how dumb this is. Probably a child, you would assume so. One would assume so. But then they are making Seymour Skinner stuff. What is the channel here? Deviant for 5 years. They're they, them. No, it doesn't say their age or anything. I love doing art. Oh my god. Favorite TV shows: Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. The fucking AIDS Pac-Man show where he inflates and becomes a meme. That fucking garbage. The cancerous Pac-Man show that bred two of the worst games in that entire franchise. The fucking tie-in games for that TV show. The Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric of Pac-Man. Yeah, that's one of their favorites. That's cool. And reminder, if you like that show, that's perfectly fine. That's your opinion. I don't want to be the opinion basher here. Well, I mean, you know, the thing about Haley here, she isn't leaving this site. Those people that are ruining this site don't scare me. I can block them and report them. If anything, they are pathetic because they waste their life being an abominations online, while I actually have one. Oh, a life. That's right, I have a life. While they are harassing people, I would be out with people enjoying stuff like I like doing. I bet they don't even have boyfriends, girlfriends either, because of how toxic they are. Well, you know, if only our love was as strong as fucking Seymour and you know, me and if everybody, if all the haters just had some Seymour in their life, then, you know, then I think it would all be great. So I don't know what the fuck is happening here, because the next thing here is from Haley. That fucking bitch! I was using a second account to view this. One of my friends showed me what she did. I want everyone to report this as stolen and vandalized art and have her banned. So I don't know who needs to be banned. This is without context. The comments here. Even vandalism exists in the drawings? It's vandalism if the person steals your art and ruins the picture with their art and is a toxic piece of garbage. No, XD. Yeah, I'm gonna go with no, XD. View all replies. And then people are arguing in fucking Spanish or something. Yeah, this guy, okay, so the guy goes no, XD. And then this person, okay, this is some stupid shit, never mind. Oh, guys, hey. Guys. Happy Bisexuality Visible Month. A happy month. Why is bitch a cube? Does bisexuality make you a cube? I'm very confused now. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. That's fair. I don't know. Why is the head a cube? I don't like that. So, oh good god. So this is a character by somebody that I guess they liked this here. Cassie reference sheet by Cassie Cutie 145. This is, I guess, a liked image by that Haley person. Here's the reference sheet for Cassie the Angel. She is a descendant of Cupid and fights the forces of evil. She has star-based powers and healing power as well as other stuff. Cassie can fly, normally, in her main form, even though her wings are small. Whenever she transforms into her super form, her wings grow bigger. She can also go to different dimensions and interact with other people and places. Please mention me if you draw her. I'd love to see it. Also, if you do draw her, please draw her with her wings. The without wings are just to show what is behind them. Thanks. And, you know, yeah, it shows this character here. With and without wings. And, I mean, this character is almost, it's simple. It's kind of simple. But there's enough of this, like, magic glittery star bullshit. And, like, you're supposed to draw the character with the wings, right? But, like, with the normal form, I guess with these are, like, the wings. These little things are supposed to be wings in her normal form. These tiny little puffs of fucking air that look like they're rising. It's just, like, stink lines from her armpits. But the super form here is where she gets real cosmic. I don't really, the normal form is fine, I guess. It's just the super form You know? I don't know. There's just something very Sparkle Dog about it. But it's like, it's just on the line where it's like, I don't think it's meant to be a Sparkle Dog. I think it's just ugly. You know? So, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. That's Haley and Kitty and I guess a friend of theirs and, you know, all of the Seymour related action. There's plenty more Seymour art, I'm sure, where that came from. But for now, we'll move along. Let me see, $2 from Aurelius. Always a pleasure, Papa Claw. Well, you know, it's a pleasure having you here. Welcome. 5 SGD from John. Spending Friday night high on G Fuel. Don't mind me if I'm acting wonky. Here's something palatable. Batman's Chiropteran family at the shipping wiki. Alright, well, again, if this is a wiki thing, it might not be today, but that sounds interesting. That could be another that could be another time, you know. Batman's Chiropteran family. Retrieval Mankind's Batman. Okay, this is on the shipping wiki. Oh yeah, right, this is the wiki for fucking that kind of shipping. Right, alright. Well, that could be its own whole fucking stream, frankly. It's been 2 years since, yeah. Well, I mean, this is nothing too crazy. This is something to maybe look at. I'll look at the shipping wiki and I'll use this as a jumping off point. How about that? I'll save this for later. This is a very short, it's just, the whole page is just this. But, you know, there's something there. There's some stuff there. And that gets us into the shipping wiki, which looks fun in its own way. So that's cool. Thank you for the suggestion. We're gonna do some just look up some shit now. So that's the mode now. We're gonna look up some shit. And we're gonna go into Johnny Test, I think. Because I haven't thought about Johnny Test in years, but suddenly I was like reminded of it. I was talking to someone and I'm like, Johnny Test. Oh yeah. And just Johnny Test, baby. Johnny Test, baby. It's so disco. Johnny Test, I used to watch it on TV when it was new. I didn't notably think that it was much worse than other cartoons at the time. But certainly when you look back on it, it's like it is like the Brickleberry for kids. It's not good. It's not very good. No, nobody got into Johnny Test. I don't think anybody really likes Johnny Test. Well, that's not true. We're on DeviantArt. I'm sure these people love Johnny Test. There's going to be probably memes, but I guess we'll start with Johnny Test inflation, and we'll work our way out around from that. Since I did that in the thumbnail, Johnny Test inflation, and view all. You know, popular. Most recent. Oh, can't show that. Cannot show that. That is a lady who is lactating. She has got liquid shooting out of her knee, it looks like. What the fuck is happening there? I don't know. But I can't show that. So let's see here. Okay. What the fuck? There is a premium gallery here. From somebody named UD983. The gallery is called... I can show this. I'll show it in a sec. The gallery is called E-Girl Pigpen Mud Ladder Mystery Box Deathmatch. And then the description looks like this. And it's a premium thing, you see. It's a premium thing. There's boobs, there's catfight, there's cleavage and comedy. But the thing is, to get the full experience, we've got whatever's going on here. This is like fan fiction, I guess. I don't know. Whatever's going on here, maybe it's just fan fiction. Maybe all you're really getting is the fan fiction, because what you're getting here is $1,000. To unlock this premium gallery and support the artist, unlock for $1,000. So, is that like maybe a little joke? The actual thing is just the fucking description, which is the fanfic, and they just set this as like a meme? I don't know. That might be it. But that's quite a hefty sum. I wonder what you're actually getting behind, because there appears to be a blurred image. I wonder what the image is. I wonder if that could count as like a scam. I don't know. I don't know what counts as a scam anymore. There's a blimpy man here who is doing sexy superhero male inflation. And we can't look at this. We may have already looked at this channel, actually. I think I might have looked at this channel. I think I might have seen this channel. So I can't show this one. But the guy's into inflation men. Berry Boy Inflation is the hallmark here. That's what this guy's all about, is Berry Boy Inflation. I'll find, here's one that I can show. I can show this one. So you can find, it's not just berry boys, but it's there's a lot of berry boys. There's lads that are turning into berries. And there's also quite the, indeed, you know, Chuck Tingle type beat, a little bit. That's super blimp on DeviantArt. You want some of that? You want some super blimp. Well, that's not really what I was looking for, though. I'm looking for Johnny Test. We've got some kind of a lady here who I can't show. Product tester stuck as a doll. And she is I guess a person who's turned into a doll, a lady. And she's got, like, tits you can squeeze. She's got piss in her... Okay. I can't show this, but her boot is like a platform boot. And then inside of the platform, like in the space between the bottom and like where the actual shoe is like piss. There's like piss sloshing around. I can't show this because there's tits. And like a gigantic puffy vulva. But, oh, and there's a fucking a QR code for some reason. But there's like piss or some unidentified yellow liquid sloshing around in her shoes, I guess. So, you know, so what's up with that? I don't know. Who's this user? Check out this channel. This channel here. It's not a channel, I guess. It's an artist. I shouldn't say channel. Gallery. Gallery's got. Oh man. Oh, it's one of these fucking people. Okay. Well, we got this. I think I can show this. Yeah, this is fine. So, you know, right off the bat, the art is not the best. You know, the face, there's some perspective issues here. And we got these two girls here, right? And don't worry, they're both technically clothed, technically. But we got these two girls here. And they're walking up these stairs. And one of them, she's got her finger here, like, pointed out. And it kind of looks like her arm is just jutting out of her chest because of the perspective. Her shoulder looks weird here with the hair. And the face looks, it's like at a weird angle. And the girl here, you know, she's walking. She looks relatively fine, I would say, for the most part, up on this part of it. The older girl, she's got, like, I would say the top of her body looks significantly different than, she seems to expand outwards in a way that she wasn't looking that way. Maybe that's the dress. Maybe that's the dress. But the thing is, speaking of apparel, as we get further down here, we can see, I guess this is the mom, or maybe the older sister, but the mom or the older sister, the caretaker here is walking the daughter along, presumably, to go upstairs because she's actually had a bit of a potty incident. And she's also wearing some kind of fucking crutches, I guess. And she's also standing at this insane, strange angle. And now all of a sudden this perspective is strange, actually. Because it looks like she's just walking normally, kind of. But then you see this and she's like doing some kind of a strange fucking crab stance. And I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it's like multiple sclerosis doll. I don't know. But, you know, there's definitely a diaper going on there. That's not what we looked for, though. We're looking for Johnny Test. How did the garters? Is that just a garter? I guess so. I guess it's just garters? Okay. It looks kind of, it's, you know what it is, because the leg looks all fucked up because it's at a weird angle, so I assume it's like some kind of fucking brace or something, or like a crutch kind of deal. But no, you're right. It is pretty much just a regular garter thing. Let's see. And then we got an ABCs of characters this person doesn't like. As if I care. As if anybody cares. As if anybody but them actually cares. A lot of inflation, not a lot of Johnny Test. I'm getting all sorts of weird literature that I'm not reading currently. Now I'm getting Johnny Test, but not inflation. I guess we're gonna have to go away from sorting by most recent because we're trying to get kind of specific. But before we do that, here's a good image. We got a little character here advertising some special pork chips, and some Sonic characters here have decided to eat the pork chips, and namely Amy and Rouge are eating them here, and they come get some special pork chips. When your tummy starts making a barking noise, you win the grand prize. We only ate 5 bags. How are we this big already? How do I get myself into these situations? Cream thinks. Hurry up, Rabbit. I have to lose this belly. And, yeah, you know, that's not going to be helpful. Like, Amy's got to chase after Sonic. Rouge has got to fucking go after Treasure. And really, this is not conducive to either occupation, frankly. You know, if we're following, if there's any kind... I mean, on the other hand, the characters turn into balls... So maybe if their stomach is already a giant orb, you know, maybe that's actually fine. You know, that's just the way it's supposed to be. And we got stuff like this. Like, this is the classic example of an image where I see it, and I'm like, so you've got Johnny Test's sister tickle foot porn, and like, I don't know, this image is so fucking basic that I'm just like, can't you just picture this in your head, basically? Like, you know, it's not like it's particularly great art that's really capturing any fucking angles or nuances or anything. It's like, it's the most basic. It's not that extremely terrible that it's notable, but it's so middle of the road where I'm like, why did you even have to make this? You couldn't have just thought of this in your head and that was good enough. You had to, like, draw this extremely average image. That's just like the most utility. This is like you type into an AI what you want and you get this. Now you don't need to make art like this anymore. You just do it in AI, frankly. But that's not inflation, unless her feet were inflated. Let me go. Popular this year. How about that? I mean, still not as much Johnny Test inflation as I would prefer. We have whatever's going on here. This is apparently something called VR Zilda Luna or something. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. But what I can tell you is that this is bad. It's bad. It's quite bad. I can tell you that much for free. And now you have one like this, and this is more my speed, you know. This is what I'm talking about, where it's like, this is some art, folks. This is some art. The face that she's making, I can just imagine her fucking floating away, you know, in the cartoon sky. Maybe she turns into a little star in the distance when she disappears, like Team Rocket. But she floats away. And maybe Homer Simpson is chasing after her going, it's just a little airborne, it's still good, it's still good. Yeah, get right up close with that face. And, you know, the crayon art, very simple art with, like, was this done with, like, a pen? It looks like, maybe. I don't know if this was pencil, whatever. But very simple art, colored in. I guess maybe it's not crayon, it might be like a colored pencil, or like felt markers. Something like that. But whatever it is, it looks like a 5-year-old made it. It was probably made by somebody older than me. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. This is from 95D Arts. Deviant for 9 years. They're from Argentina. It's Damien. He uploads drawings of video game and anime characters that he's seen and that most caught his attention. He also makes crossover drawings, transformations, specials, etc. Commissions. He will not do nude characters. He will not do inflated babies or gore. So no Harlequins then, sadly. I also do not accept negative comments against my art if you do not... Oh, that's cool. I do not accept negative comments against my art. If you do not like my art, do not see my drawings or simply get out of my account. Well, why don't you get better? God, that's such a bitch. What a bitch. I'm sorry, but like your art is trash. You look like a fucking baby. You make baby art. You make baby art. I make art that's terrible, and you know, I've never been somebody who could draw something on a paper and make it look good, you know? And if I made something, I don't think it would look significantly worse than this. Really. And yet, you know, this guy just, no, you can't give me any kind of criticism whatsoever. Nothing negative at all. If you don't like it, just don't look at it. Fucking pathetic. I'm sorry. But this guy does some cool art. He's got 5,000 featured deviations and 9,700 all total over 9,000. And he doesn't do nude stuff, so I can just scroll, and we can just scroll infinitely, folks. You know what? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna make fucking sure that I can actually show everything on here. Hang on. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, zoom. There you go. Yeah, wow, it's like all like this too. Alright. I'll be right back. And now, a word. Here. Oh, this is perfect, yeah. Alright. And now a word from 95D Arts. Please enjoy, and please don't say anything negative in the chat about the art, okay? It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I'll be right back. Enjoy! Okay. No, please. Turn off the song. Good lord. Hello. I hope you're enjoying the art stream, everybody. This is what museums will look like in 2050. 5,000 of these, yes! Well, no, featured 5,000. The overall, the actual all category, all deviations is 9,700. So it's nearly 10,000. Don't say anything bad about were any of you saying anything bad about the art? Were any of you saying any... God damn it. God damn it. Imagine drawing multiple of these. Yeah. Chalky Milkies. Imagine this being your whole life. Like, this is what you just do. Yeah, it's all masterpieces, right. This is what you do. This is your whole existence. This is your whole, like, you come home, like, you know, charitably, we'll be charitable and assume this is just a hobby for this guy, right? You know? Maybe it's not even the only hobby. You know, maybe the guy's like a fucking youth pastor. He's got a job. He's like, he's volunteering. He's got a family who loves him. But then, I don't know if it's not still weird that you make this and you've made almost 10,000 of these. But we're just being super charitable and assuming that this isn't what this guy gets up and does every day, constantly, the whole time. You know, his whole life. Which it most likely is. Yeah, I don't know if you saw any of the headless stuff. You've got this girl here, has no head. Flo, the insurance lady, she got amputated. I guess pretty hard. That's cool. Yeah. So still not Johnny Test, though. We were looking for Johnny Test, and there's a bit of Johnny Test. There is some, but none of it is that interesting or funny. You know, you can get, like, a little bit of this. You know? A little bit of this going on. You know, if you want that. But it's not that interesting or funny. The uploader here, though. Perhaps they would be funny. Perhaps this would be... There's, like, Steven Universe shit. There's, like, Pixel shit. Yeah, I don't know. There's, like, oh god, Sonic Forces original character recolor shit. Oh god. These, like... Oh, they're... Okay. I mean, I can show most of these that I'm looking at, but every now and then there'll be a cock. You just never know. Yeah, this channel's not... This user is not that interesting. Johnny Test inflation is sadly not really happening. So maybe Johnny Test 4 will get us more what we're looking for. I mean, there certainly is some, but not that much. So we're gonna do Johnny Test 4 instead. And this is from... There's 3 of these here. Well, there's more than that. But there's a few. Oh god, what the fuck is this? Oh god. Okay. So I don't know what the fuck happened in this situation. This seems like just an absolutely horrible clusterfuck of events, because you've got the sister, one of the sisters appears to have turned into like a rabbit, which then vored the other sister, who turned into a tomato or something. Or that's like the Chinese flag or some shit. I'm really not sure. There's a star on there. But mom's gonna freak, so that's a real shame. And then you've got, oh, this is a video here. We're almost ready, Susan. Can I show this? Can I even show this? Jesus Christ. It's gonna be fucking naked. No. No, it's not. It's not. I can show it. Okay, hang on. Okay, so they're doing a party. Genetic modifier, right?
Yeah, thanks, sis.
Great. Good. I mean, like, are you jerking off to this? Is that the idea? There's probably... They're fighting. She's a bunny. And now they're gonna fight each other. So the tomato ate her in this universe. Okay. Susan, you ate me! Yeah, this has certainly never happened before. Listen to all those vor noises, by the way. You liking the vor noises? A tomato ate my sister, and she's screaming for life in the tomato's stomach. That's... Is that where I'm supposed to be orgasming? Is where she presses her face against the stomach? Okay. What happened? I'm not mad, just angry. It's like, I mean, you might as well just have had her shoot the sister or stab her or something. I mean, realistically, like, as a concept, it's such a strange, vor is such a strange concept, because it's like, I mean, I guess it's all about the feeling of being eaten, and supposedly I've heard people describe it as like, it's the feeling of like being, you know, in the womb again or something like that. It's you're safe and you're warm and blah blah blah. But like, this is like explicitly the fear of it, and oh my god, my sister, like this, the negative, the anxiety element of it. And so I'm left to just assume that, I don't know, it's an element of suffering or something, and it's like, well, why don't you just have them stab each other as a joke? You know? Like, if the vor is meaningless and it doesn't wind up killing the sister in this universe, in this, whoever made this in their head canon, you know, if the vor is just a funny little accident and then she comes out and it's all fine, then why don't they just actually just like shoot each other in the face and just have it be like, no, the jokes were pretend, the bullets were pretend, they were joke bullets, they were pretend bullets, they weren't real, rubber bullets. Just make it be Yakuza 4. It'll be great, you know. But instead it's vor, which is just a slightly different thing that's explicitly just death. But you have to, like, turn off your brain and go into Coomer mode to just accept that, I guess it's supposed to... Oh, and then she eats Johnny Test also. Johnny and the sister are both in the tomato now. That's good. So that's that one. And then there's a third image here, which I don't believe is by the same user. It's not. This is a real cool image here of well, what appears to be multiple children. If not exclusively all children. You know, she has, well, no, there's also Goddard down here, but she has vored. Terra ate Jimmy Neutron. I don't know who Terra is, but she ate Jimmy Neutron, and snickering, looks like you got vor by me, Terra, :3, a little rapist ooh-woo face. And Johnny Test is just also here looking unamused, frankly. He just does not look, he looks like he's seen quite enough of this situation, you know, and he sized up this scenario the moment he walked in here, you know, goddammit. Who is this cool person? Da Vinci Martinez Games. Oh my god, chat members. We've seen a lot of stupid Mario freaks. More Mario adults, that's good. This person's been around for 3 years. Don't know how old they are. They, them. I am the one who makes character builders, fan art, and more. Before you can use my character builders, click the image into your desktop and give credit to me. Here are the rules. I do requests. I do commissions sometimes. Don't tell me to rush. Do not make any hate art about me. If you use my character builders, e.g. Garfield and Odie, please give credit to me. If you say rude comments, e.g. swearing, bullying, stealing, etc. Stealing. Everybody. It's amazing how the concept of stealing my OC has, like, persisted. Like, the fact that there ever was this thing that everybody was just able to just, like, no, it's mine! That Sonic character that's just Sonic, but with red in his quills a little bit, and, like, a scar? That's mine. That's my original character. You're stealing. How could you steal him from me? Just the fact that anybody ever had that in their brain is dumb. But the fact that it's persisted all these years and there's still just people on DeviantArt who are like, don't steal my OCs, bro! My has-been hotel 5 nights at Funkin' OC. And then this person also appears to be working on a strike system. Because I guess if you, well, if your comment will be deleted if you say rude comments. But if you get 3 strikes, the final rule is if you get 3 strikes, you will be blocked. So evidently you can call him any bullying words you want 3 times before he blocks you. Not that I would ever suggest that you do. Don't harass anybody. But that's what the rules are as he's stating them here. I can show this page. I can. He's saying if you say rude comments, bullying, swearing, stealing, your rude comment will get deleted. But if you get 3 strikes, you will be blocked. So you can hypothetically do a bullying, a swearing, and a stealing, and then get blocked. You know? And that's the real trifecta, I guess. But I don't know what there really is to steal here. Da Vinci Martinez Games. Protector of the Euphoria world. I just noticed that, by the way. The world, the fantasy world is called the Euphoria world. Is that like Euphoria, or is that incidental? Is it just meant to be Vor? It's a utopia for fucking Vor. That's what it is. Yeah, we get these character builder things that people use, and I don't know. This is to make like a rant sona, I guess. Something like that. And there's all sorts of these. There's all sorts of these character builders. And what's funny about this... Oh, God. Oh, this is kind of uncomfortable. So this is almost definitely an adult. I would assume this is at least a young adult. And so what's alarming about this, you see... Well, I'm going to show you some different images here. And I just want you to, you know, just show me if you have... tell me if you have any idea of the theme as I show these to you. And these are all character creators, so you can use these to, like, put together a character based on, like, some sprite. It's like a sprite sheet or whatever, that kind of thing. So here we have this little baby who's been inflated to look like a freak. And that's super cool. And then you have this little child who's been inflated. And this is also a little girl, it looks like. And then you have Garfield over here, and Garfield's just fine. Garfield, totally normal. It's no problem here. It's just Garfield, no vor. No, you know, just there's different tails, there's different facial animations, all that sort of thing. We got an Odie here too, nothing weird about that. And then here's Tara Jansen, and she has special underwear for her vor. This little like toddler character, and that's just tops. Here's James though, and James is fine. He doesn't get any vor. He doesn't get any vor or inflation or anything. None of that. No inflation for him. No vor. But he also just has just a few different preset, you know, things that you can do here. Here's Chucky from the Rugrats. Not inflated. Not an inflated Chucky here. But, you know, definitely like a sprite sheet. And then finally, we've got Lloyd the alien here. also not inflated. And you may also already be able to pick up on what precisely the theme here is. Get rid of Chucky, yeah. Yes! Gurcake's got it. It's only the little girls, yes. It's exclusively the little girls that are Vor inflation characters. The little boy alien, the Chucky, the James, the Odie, the Garfield. You could maybe say, oh, Odie and Garfield, and maybe even the alien guy, Lloyd here. Maybe that's because they're aliens, they're animals, they're whatever. But James and Chucky, why are they not Vor? Why are they not inflation? Oh, it's because it's specifically a weird sex thing. Because it's not just like an expression of myself and who I am and my art, my artistic passion and blah blah blah. No, it's just a weird sex thing. You just want to fuck the inflated versions of the little girls. And the other characters are unrelated to that. Allegedly, I suppose, allegedly, but that's what it certainly looks like. And yeah, it's just a real interesting pattern you notice there. And there's so many more of these. You've got what character is this? It's oh yes, the life and times of Juniper Lee. You can get her inflated, nice and inflated there. You can get Strawberry Shortcake and Friends inflated. No Patrick inflation. You know, we were looking for Johnny Test inflation, and we didn't find it, motherfuckers, because there's no Johnny Test inflation here. But there sure is probably inflation of Johnny Test's sisters if I look far enough. Yeah. So this is the character sheet thing. But there's so much more on this page. There's other character builders, video game character builders, backgrounds, Guide to Vor comic. What is this? Can I read this? What the fuck is this? Let me see. Guide to Vor. Can I? Okay. Alright. Part 1. Here's the Guide to Vor, everybody. And this is good. We've got a real childlike kind of innocence here. Hi, Garfield. I love to play tag. Do you? I do. I enjoy playing tag with Odie. What's your favorite snack? This is how normal people talk. This is on par with "Wanna be my friend?" This is probably an adult who made this. Oh no, and it turns out her favorite snack is evidently Garfield, because she's going in without consent. No consent needed. She's taking Garfield for a spin. She's gonna take him for a ride. She burps. She erps. That's why. Wait, that's why? What? Wait, what's why? I love to play tag. Do you? I do. I enjoy playing tag. What's your favorite snack? And then he doesn't say anything else, and then she goes, that's why. I mean, maybe that's like saying, and how. Like, technically those words don't mean anything together, but if you say it, you know, and how does mean something. So that's why! Like, that, I don't know. I don't think so. I think that makes no fucking sense. Oh dear, Danny. And, the word vor describes belly expansion via the consumption of living beings. And this is Ziggy, help! And there's Ziggy, I guess. Dear Ziggy, here's your supper, pal. And Garfield is trapped in there. And she sure looks okay with what she's done. She sure looks okay with what she's done. So I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh. I do like chocolate milk, though. And that's Ziggy's Guide Part 1, by the way. That's just Part 1. We've also got Ben 10 over here. Benthany Tenderson. and he's talking to Hello Kitty. He doesn't even Hello Kitty doesn't even wait to say hello. Hello Kitty doesn't even want to say hello, and neither does Ben. Ben doesn't even get the chance. He's been eaten. He has been et. Ben's calling for Gwen. Gwen's not gonna hear you. The happy Hello Kitty cat is gotcha. Oh man, this is cursed. The like body of the Hello Kitty that grows, and it's like got these weird stubby fucking legs. It's got like underwear on. And you're right, Ziggy. Vor is fetish where somebody's swallowing somebody else. Oh good, there's broken English too. They swallowed the language as well as the person. And Ziggy just fucking leaves. And Ben does not look very happy with that, frankly. Wait, were there other... Oh, there were other panels. Hang on, there were other panels. We missed part of the story. Well, she still doesn't ask questions before she vores him, and he doesn't say anything first. But also Ziggy says, let's put those together. You'll have a feeling about excitement or happiness for fun. Oh, wait, no, hang on. Hang on. This doesn't make more sense. You know, we missed a panel or two, and I was a little confused, and now I'm reading it, and nope, this doesn't make more sense. This is just as incomprehensible. Actually, it's more. Put those together. What does that mean? You'll have a feeling about excitement or happiness for fun. This is like reading the back of a fucking pop station. This is like reading, you buy a generic toy fireman at the dollar store, and it says like, super action for fun exploding learning times for children and clergy, or something. That's Ziggy's Guide Part 2. I don't think we need the rest of the guide, it's basically that. Euphoria collection, though. We've got a full collection over here of Vor-related situations. Here's a day. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is from this year, everybody. This is... You know, we recently passed September 11th, 9/11, 2023. And, you know, frankly, never forget, ladies and gentlemen. Just never forget. All of our friends and families were killed. Well, now, what does this even mean? All of them were killed at the Trade Center? All of them. It says all of our friends and families were killed at the World Trade Center on September 11th, 2001. Is that so? All of them? Sorry, I just... Oh, what's this? Oh. Oh, right. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, those images. Right. Where did those come from? All of them died. That's a real shame. All of everybody you knew died in that situation. Man, were you the target? Man, maybe the whole thing was just a targeted attack to make you feel bad. We can never forget what happened 22 years ago on September 11th that made everyone sad. Sorry, let me just, We can never forget what happened 22 years ago on September 11th that made everyone sad. The Twin Towers were being destroyed by two hijacked planes that crashed into the buildings. Over 3,000 families and friends were killed during the attack. Even the police and firefighters sacrificed themselves to save others from the attack as best they could. Their sacrifices we are not in vain. We can never forget them. We shall stand tall and honor them and their sacrifices. And I decided to make a 9/11 tribute with KND members and Garfield and his friends. Never forget 9/11. And yeah, all of the credit there. That's cool. That's good. We'll never forget, everybody. But the first one that caught my eye here was actually this one right next to it, which I'm really enjoying because, well, not only do we have Mondo Vor. I mean, there's plenty of Vor here. There's all sorts of Vor. There's Ashley Vor. There's fucking Tails vor. Tails is the one the one male doing any voring. Tails is the only one that's male that's doing the vor. So that's weird. But Tails is voring one of the kids next door, and there's some horrible Sonic recolors here, which really caught my eye. Right in the middle, you've got this collection of like 5 of these, just the worst Sonic recolors you've ever seen. They look like somehow it's the same thing with NFTs or whatever, where it's like in the quest for individuality. You know, the thing of like, I want my character to look different. And so they all just look the same, basically. And I'm just like, yeah, my character has purple and blue, and mine has pink, and it's just they all look the same somehow. But then you've got a Homestar Runner, there's a Rocky, or is that a Bullwinkle? The other one's over here, and a Penguin. There's a fucking Saitama, I think that is. There's a Ben 10 chilling out with his dad Mario and his uncle Luigi. There's all sorts of stuff. You know, this is a real Quickville moment. Really. And if you read down here, finally, after minutes of making this picture, I decided to upload the park one. Finally, after minutes of making this picture, I decided so it took you whole minutes, huh? Wow. Well, don't strain yourself too bad. Let's all go to the park. Let's go have some fun. Then we say, what we say, have some fun, picnic, playing, and getting snacks. I made this one. So, me, Daniel, and Ben Tennyson are watching my favorite characters enjoying the park, right? So why not bring them to the park while each bringing some puffles, right? Oh yeah, as bonus, I added some details on the green puffle. Oh, is it this fucking thing? These little things? There's two of them. You'd think they'd be all over the thing if they were important. There's more weird Sonic OCs than there are puffles. But okay. And yeah, a whole list of everybody that's credited. You got Ruby Gloom, you got Moon Scoop, you know, and there's a bunch of builders that were all made by people. So you can just copy paste your fucking Rocky and Bullwinkle characters into someone's vor stomach if you want. That's really cool. Let's see here. Oh man. Looking up Charles Martinet might be funny, because thank you so much for bringing Mario to life. Charles Martinet. Brining. He really brined Mario for a long time, like a good pickle. That's good. That's good. Looking up Charles Martinet, maybe. We got more inflation here. I mean, you would almost forget that this was the guy who was really into, like, little baby inflation. Or whatever. Happy birthday to me! And him, I guess, is this blue Mario. Or blue Luigi, I guess. That's him. We got another, like, Mario adult Mario recolor. There's, like... is this the Cosby show? The one with the little kid that Cosby was, or is this like unrelated? I think that's unrelated. Didn't he have like a kids show at some point? But there's M&M's, there's Spunk, there's Jim, there's Bob. I wonder how old you are. What's your birthday? What's your age gender? Birthday special pick 2003. And this is from 2023. This is from July 18th. He is indeed now 20. He's indeed now 20. And I don't know what 2003 means. If that means this is intended to be like a throwback to 2003, maybe? And like things you watched back then? Because it seems like the whole channel is that. I mean, everything you do is like some kind of cartoon throwback to nostalgia. So I don't know, maybe he just meant 2023, but it is indeed his 20th birthday as of July 18th. And he still really wants... He's 20 years old, and he's still really into this. 20 years old, everybody. Here. Happy birthday to him! He's now 20 today. Here's another happy birthday image that he made. And that's about enough of that character. How about no on this guy? We'll move on from this guy. We're good on this guy. This is Da Vinci Martinez Games. And he's the protector of the Euphoria world. So I think that's fine. We're good on Vor now. We're good on Vor. Maybe we're good on Johnny Test even. But frankly, we've been looking up Johnny Test and just getting other stuff anyway, so if we happen to incidentally get Johnny Test, maybe that's fine. What do we search for now? We've done inflation and Vor, both kind of connected. What's the new thing? What's the new thing? Oh yeah, get some Chris Hansen in there. That's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, we've had our fill of Vor. So have the people that have been Vored, probably. Bluey? No, we're doing Johnny Test, but what's the... Weight gain is already basically inflation. Feet. Ah, man. Well... Johnny Test appears to be a show that has caused people some trouble. Because, indeed, when you look up... Oh no, this is all one guy. Okay, never mind, that's what it is. I thought this was like a situation. No. When you look up Johnny Test... No, never mind, there are a few people. This is a situation a little bit. Because there's at least 2 people here. This image is not related to any of the other images that we're gonna see. This is Johnny Test holding up his two sisters by the feet for some reason, or really by the ankles. Her by the calf, kind of. And then the rest of these, we've got Susan Test's toes. Susan and Mary Test's toes. Susan Test's ticklish toes. And yeah, it's like a slow-mo on... I guess this is what happened, is what I mean, is like... This show caused some problems for people, I think, because this is like a totally Spies moment. Where I think there was an episode where these girls got their feet tickled, and this fucking woke some things up for a lot of people. And so now we have this. So now, as a result of that, we now have this. Susan and Mary Test's foot. How's that tickle your fancy? And she got her set up on a thing here. Susan Test's feet. Episode Johnny versus the Tickler. And then finally Susan and Mary Test's shoes and socks and feet. Please touch modified shoes. Please to touch the shoes. Please touch my modified shoes. Please Princess Daisy and Susan Test and Mary Test and Princess Peach and Rosalina and Rosette and Bowsette. Please touch modified shoes. You gotta touch those shoes, man. You gotta touch those modified shoes. You know, Marco asked, and we just would not deliver, and now this is the result of that. This is the result of that. So yeah, there's a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, there's a not insignificant number of different people who seem to be into Johnny Test's sisters, and their feet. Like, I mean, like, it's not exclusively this one guy. It's mostly this one guy. And there's gonna be feet stuff for everybody, for any character, really. So I think you can mostly just attribute it to this guy, Jerry Bonds 1995, who I would assume is 27 years old, or somewhere close to it. Somewhere around there. 5,000 featured deviations, 7,083 deviations overall. And it is indeed a lot of different images of cartoon girls with feet. Namely children. But not, not exclusively. There's Lois Griffin feet. There's Timmy Turner's mom feet. But then there's also just a whole lot of Loud House feet. And, this one. And, yeah, Caillou's mom feet over here, but she's like a Simpson. So is Lois. That's cool. I don't know why they made those two characters into Simpsons. But lots of good feet. Lots of good feet. And so there's, this is Jerry Bond's 1995. Really into feet. Also really into racing games. You know? The open road. Pedal to the metal is what he says, that's what the foot, that's why he's all about the foot, is because you can't operate a car without, pumping that fucking, those fucking pedals, This guy probably is a pedal pumper. If you're familiar with that subculture. The genre, the genre of fetish. Where people, are really into watching women like take off their shoes and step on the gas pedal or something. So he probably really wants like Princess Rarity Celestia to fucking step on him like she steps on the gas pedal. Oh yeah, and then you get the real good stuff here. You get stuff like this going on here. And I think that's just quite enough of that. Quite enough of that. But he isn't the only person who's doing Johnny Test foot stuff. Johnny Test foot fungus. He's not the only person. There was, of course, this person from earlier, which we looked at. Which, like, again, this type of art is it's just so basic that I'm like, wow. You really could have just imagined it in your brain, and could that not have just sufficed? You needed to actually spend like 5 whole minutes making this. God forbid it took longer. I mean, if you imagined it in your brain, it probably wouldn't have the fucked up perspective. Yeah, there's a lot of foot stuff. Oh, here you go. I mean, this is what we're really after here. When you look up Johnny Test feet, this is what you're going for here. From Dragon Feet 215 or whatever the fuck. And I think I'm good on Johnny Test feet for now. But perhaps I'll come back to this well at another time. I might need more Johnny Test feet in my life. I think I'll do it. I think I'll call it there on DeviantArt. We've been going for a little while. And I would like to do some... the stream's not going to be quite as super long as the last few that I've been doing. I would like to try to fucking have a nap today or something. Because I've been fucking busy and tired, and then when I'm sleeping, I'm still tired. So that's great. So we're gonna call it on DeviantArt. We're gonna continue though. We're gonna do some Control-Alt-Delete stuff here, and Control-Alt-Delete. If you were not here last time, I don't remember where we left off. On Control-Alt-Delete. Do I have it saved? I might have it saved somewhere. Man, I gotta do Worth It or Woke again, the Red Pilled Movie Reviews website. I do have it saved here. Oh god, I'm really not looking forward to this. I don't know why I wanted to do more fucking Control-Alt-Delete. Apparently we're in 20th anniversary mode for Control-Alt-Delete. So many fucking words! So the last time we read Control-Alt-Delete, as I said at the start of the stream, we were dealing with the aftermath of Lila's fucking miscarriage, and Ethan is not handling it well, and he's making it about himself, and he's most of the comics aren't funny. They have not been funny, and when they've tried to be, they've been trying to be less than usual, less than you would assume for a comedy comic, about gamers to be trying to be funny. It's doing that less than you would assume this comic would. Without, I mean, you know, with knowing about loss and everything. This is the lead up to that. This is the follow up to that, rather. But still, in the follow up to that, less comedy than you might expect. You know, the miscarriage wasn't as funny as you'd expect. Well, that's not true. The actual miscarriage was hilarious. That was the miscarriage heard around the world. But the Tim Buckley experience is reading these comics that have, like, basically no joke and just hundreds and hundreds of fucking words, and it's suffocating with how many fucking words there are. Lila, hi, I'm home. How are you? Good? That's good. I'm good too. So, did anyone call or stop by that I should know about? What? What's going on? What's the matter with you? Did something happen at work? Well, here's the thing. Oh, yeah, he got fired. That's right. Ethan, Ethan, did you get fired? Are you serious? God, are you ever going to grow up? What are you doing with your life? What? No, Ethan, nobody likes work, but you have to suck it up and tough it out like everyone else. It's part of being an adult. I didn't get fired. Shit, Ethan. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have just assumed. Lately, I didn't mean to snap at you. I'm sorry. What was it you wanted to tell me? Well, you did get fired. That's what the joke of this epic comic is. I was going to tell you. Did you know? Escalators don't break. They just become stairs. Yeah, escalators are fascinating. I'm actually reading about them right now. Really? No. Yeah, I mean, this is another, like, the joke would have been funnier if he had just said this, and then this whole other half of, the whole rest of this page could have been left blank if it was just the thing about escalators. It would have been fine. It would have been like the one Seinfeld episode I mentioned where Jerry has to, like, sneak a fucking tape out of a woman's answering machine, and George has to distract her. And then he distracts her, and she comes out of the room, and she's like, "You had to tell me your father wears sneakers in the pool?" And he's like, "Don't you think that's weird?" Yeah, I mean, this could have been something. But he just needed to suffocate every fucking every bit of air in the fucking room is being suffocated with words and word bubbles. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. So he got fired. He can't tell his girlfriend. I mean, his girlfriend is reasonably upset at him for being a bitch man. Why did he get fired again? What happened? Oh yeah, they don't like the robot. So is he fired here, or did he get fired already? Christian, okay, no, he quit. Right, he didn't get fired, he quit because, like, this guy showed up. Right, I'm trying to remember what happened. This fucking guy shows up who I guess, like, dated her before him or something. I assume that's what I picked up on. Maybe I'm wrong. But he doesn't like this guy, Christian. And so he like, runs his job now, so he quits the fucking job. And he can't tell her about that because that's incredibly stupid and embarrassing, so he just like lies. Technically, he is true. He didn't lie. He didn't get fired. He didn't. Let's see. Lucas. Hey. Okay, see, his name is Lucas. I'm never going to remember his name is fucking Lucas. Hey, I have a problem I need to talk to someone about. Lila will freak out and I can't find Zeke, so that leaves you. Nah, man. I can't. I've got problems of my own right now. Kate and I broke up. What? Are you kidding? You wore the tie, didn't you? Dude, what is with you? What is it with you in relationships? Are you allergic? Hey, she slept with another guy. So? I thought you two weren't exclusive. You know, it's not like she tried to murder you or anything. Maybe if you want a relationship to work, you need to man it up and make it work. There, problem solved. Hey, where do you think you're going? What about my problem? Like, I don't know if there's ever a point in this comic where the Ethan character stops being such a piece of shit. I don't know if there's ever a point where he stops being such a piece of shit. I would assume so. Eventually he must. But like, just, like, it's almost, every time we do this, it's just constantly, the joke is just that Ethan sucks. and that the main character is an unlikable piece of shit who nobody could ever possibly root for unless they are also the asshole throughout their lives. Like, and that's probably it's probably intended, but it's just not funny. It's just not funny. He doesn't ever grow. It's just annoying that he's just like this. And it's obnoxious because the people in his lives, in his life would probably just fucking leave him if he was like this. And would be like, I don't want to be around you where you just turn me breaking up with somebody else into, you know, shut up anyways, my problem. You know, like, fuck off. And that's like every fucking comic, and he never really learns any lesson about that, and it's quite frustrating. Greg Heffley done wrong. Well, it's awful Scott Pilgrim. It's like Scott Pilgrim if it was, you know, completely surface level, I guess, if it didn't try to be anything more than just, I'm gonna go beat up your exes, haha. It's like if Onision tried to make Scott Pilgrim. I'm not even bothering reading the last thing there. Hi, I'm Shannon, the new manager. You must be Rob? Ethan. Oh, Ethan, sorry. What does GEC stand for? Oh my god, he's doing this fucking thing. He's doing the fucking gamer, like, gatekeep thing, where it's like, she has tits, so... Well, I guess it's not a woman thing, it's just that he's being replaced, so he's like, whoever's replacing me has to be lesser than me, so I have to school them and ask them about... Like, who would even know some of this shit? Are you fucking kidding me? Call sign for the Spartan in DOA 4? The Spartan? Like in Dead or Alive 4? What? There's like a Halo fucking Spartan? What? Is that in the game? Is that like a special bonus fighter? Or do you mean like a Roman fucking Centurion motherfucker? And Gek, Garden of Eden Creation Kit. Yeah, where did you first learn that one? Was that Fallout 3? Probably. How much wisdom on a charred guardian shield? What even is that? What even is that? Like, if you're gonna do this fucking cringe-ass thing that he's trying to do here, you would think that you would at least pick some fucking references that people would get. Like, okay, I guess you know your stuff. He chose a competent lackey. But he likes her now because she also hates Christian. What? Good boy. So why do you work for him then? The money is good. I have a lot of college loans to pay. Guys, my student debt, am I right? Saints Row 2 2022 is available in stores everywhere, folks. my student debt. Smash capitalism. Yeah, student debt. College loans to pay off. Plus, when Christian wants someone working for him, he has the wealth and influence to make sure they can't get hired elsewhere. Ugh, he is such a douche. I wish there was some way to get at him, but I've already tried physical violence, and I'm fresh out of ideas. Well, he is vulnerable, you know. Ooh, do tell. Look, I can help you, but I'm not getting directly involved. I don't like Christian, but I don't want to get fired either. Deal. Well, alright. One of Christian's biggest weaknesses is his arrogance. Uh-huh. Of course. So, Christian likes to smell nice, does he? Oh, because the... Really? Fragrance and arrogance? That's your joke? That's the joke? He's so bad at even trying to be funny. Why doesn't he just make it a fucking comic about abortion or whatever the fuck he wants to talk about? Like, he doesn't need to make it funny. He doesn't need to try to make it funny. The whole fucking joke is arrogance, fragrance. Okay, he's so dumb. Hey, Ethan is just so dumb. Have you ever been so fat you look at computer and see food? Have you ever been so dumb you look at arrogance and think smell? You could have just made the comic about whatever you wanted it to be. Made it a fantasy, make it a mystery, make it a drama about people living their lives. Make it a flawed character study of a horrible person dealing and who pushes everybody in his life away. If you want to do that, you know, there's a lot of things you could do. There's a lot of paths you could go by. But you chose to make this a weird attempt at being funny, as if anybody thinks Tim Buckley is funny, right? Like, this is the thing, too, is like, did anybody in his life, when he made this comic, was he just like, oh, you know, everybody tells me I'm a comedian. I'm the funniest guy in my family. You know, they told me I had to make a comic someday, because I gotta share this humor that I have with the world, this gift with the world. Like, is this his passion? Making the worst jokes you've ever fucking seen? God. I hope not. I really hope not. So now we have these two, or him and Lucas and someone. Hey yourself. Here alone? Not entirely alone. I got old Jack here. You're cute. Wanna buy me a drink? Later. This is me. Thanks for walking me up. You, wanna come in for some hot... Oh, God. Like, once I see what the joke is gonna be, again, I can't... What's so funny? Oh no, there's this video game, lots of controversy, Jack Thompson. It was kind of this big thing. You want to get laid tonight or not? I don't know, man. GTA reference. Laugh. What year was this? 2008. Yeah, September 19th, 2008. Yeah, hot coffee was like a 3 or 4 year old reference at this point in time, I think. So that's marvelous. I mean, I suppose it was still relevant for sure, but God. No, don't load it again. Oh, good. Look at all the words! Hello, employee. Hello, prick. Upset about your lot in life, pizza guy. Don't get too down about it. I'm a winner and you're a loser. It's just nature. Christian. Deep down, you know there's nothing you can do that I couldn't do better, and I'll bet it drives you nuts. That's an interesting sense of humor you've got there. Oh yeah? Care to bet it on it then? Depends on the stakes. Oh my God, I don't care. So, yeah, if you win, I'll work for you, minimum wage forever. If I win, you give Barry the store back and leave town forever. We both know you're going to be working at minimum wage, blah, blah, blah. When I win, deal. There's not even a joke here. There's not even really a fucking joke here at all. And yet it's better than the other ones that we've read that actually have a joke. It comes in at a nothing on the fucking barometric pressure. As opposed to like just heavy rage and why is this happening? Oh my God, the backgrounds are like identical too. Like look at this super cool comic. Look at this amazing visual medium of comics. Oh, comic books. I love comic books. I love how comic books use art to tell a story. Look at all the art that's being used to tell such a story here. Don't you guys like the story that's being told? Great story. So what's the contest? And don't name some video game you've been practicing your entire pathetic life. Yeah, well, we're not having a biggest asshole competition either, so your specialty is out too. The fucking jerk store called. No, Game Haven will be the contest. You think you're such a great businessman, but you don't know shit about games. We each run the store for a day, however we want, and I bet that I can turn a higher profit than you. And I'm sure this wacky hijinks will ensue. Lucas, I've been calling. Is he here? Who? Rick? No, Lucas, no, listen. He was not... I don't want... Look here, listen! Oh my god, and there's 40 fucking paragraphs of text. And he's gonna forgive her, I guess, and that's cool. He didn't want to be with her because of her. That's great. Great, don't care. Good. Back to this. You were right, he couldn't resist proving he's better than me. The bet is on. Now all you have to do is tank the sales on Christian's day, and I'm guaranteed to win. Barry will get his store back. Whoa, nuh-uh, not part of the deal. I told you I'd give you advice, but I'm not throwing the competition for you. Uh-huh. Oh, he's got Christian right where he wants him. Christian? What?
How could this happen to me?
So he's gonna, like, schmoove in on the moves on Lila over here. Christian, what the hell are you doing here? If Ethan sees you, he'll... Whoa, settle down. I was in town, and I heard about what you've been going through lately. I just wanted to stop by and make sure you're doing okay. Christian, I don't know what you're talking about, or what you think you heard, but, babe, I donated a wing of that hospital, tax deductible, and all that. Let's just say that there's nothing that goes on in there that I'm not privy to. Look, I just wanted to make sure you're doing alright. I can only imagine how hard it is. Why don't you invite me in for a cup of coffee and we can talk? As friends. As friends, I guess. Perfect. And, yeah, I mean, God, this is hard to deal with. Like, I'm making the judgment call. I'm making the executive decision now. I'm fucking done with, this era of Control-Alt-Delete. I'm done with this fucking era of Control-Alt-Delete. This comic is miserable. This comic is garbage. I am jumping back to, let's say, like, 2010. I'm gonna jump 2 years ahead. We're gonna jump right past all of whatever the fuck is going on, and we're gonna jump to January of 2010. We're gonna skip, like, at least a full year, more than a year, of just meaningless, petty, stupid drama that means nothing and is garbage. Let's see, it's like a video, it's like a thing about where video games come from. Page 3, so there are probably other ones. In an industry of budget cuts and shareholders, publishers, and bottom lines, many fledgling games will never see a store shelf. Those that do, however, reach the most important and glorious day of their existence. New release day. Its journey complete. The game is now ready to venture out into the world, into the waiting arms of a gamer, to be enjoyed. And enjoy your game you do. The anticipation of tearing open the packaging, the new game smell, that first loading screen, you know, yeah, so it's like it's a thing. The need to coordinate. We got some Mass Effect jokes here. Please, human, the collectors, you must save the colony. Joker, come in. We have a situation here. Bring the ship down. Going to use the Normandy to scuttle these colonists to safety, or bringing in backup for a fight? What? Neither. I wore winter clothes to a summer planet. I need to change.
No, what you saw was cringe.
Oh, got more fun little non sequiturs not related to the main story. This is General Kochi. You have entered restricted Klingon territory. Turn back or we will open fire. Captain, your defiance is an act of war. This is your last warning. Okay, and so the joke is that it's like an MMO, I guess. I think it's like the Star Trek MMO. Game that came out. He's AFK, and that's the joke. That's good. That's a good joke. That's the joke! Oh, there's more of these. These are so funny. This is it, man. This is it! We're all that's left. Aliens got the rest. We may die out here, man. In space. If you die and I make it, tell him. I'll tell him. I'll tell him you were a hero. Borrow your knife a sec. If they get me, if they I just don't make it out. Just do me one favor. Live, man. Live. Okay, and so, yeah, and the joke is he's got stuff right. It's really, really funny. I mean, like, it's just so incredibly unfunny, and I'm left to be like, you know, this is like not even the main storyline. At least with that, there's a feeling of like, I don't know, it feels more important in some way. This is just, it feels like a bigger waste of time somehow. Christ. We got Bioshock. There's a Big Daddy, and he's got a glowing arm, and yeah, he can't scratch his balls. That's alright. That's, you know, it didn't make me laugh, but it's, I could see somebody laughing at this 10 years ago. Sure. That one's, you know what, this is fine. This one's fine. Don't have a problem with this one. Didn't make me laugh, but it's not that bad. Oh god. Look at this fucking trash. Epic fucking pirate robot ninjas on dinosaurs. Ugh, bacon narwhal. Lay epic Reddit Chungus upvote. Ugh. It's fucking disgusting. It's just fucking disgusting. We got some heavy rain here. I'm a private eye. I'm investigating the origami killer. Have you seen this person? And he punches Germa in the face there. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. It's these vague QuickTime commands. Is it bleeding? I think I have a tissue. Let me just... And then his pants are down, and... It's a game about people. You know, this is another one that kind of works. This one's fine. I don't know. It's another one that's not making me laugh, but, like... I don't know, 10 years ago or whatever, when Heavy Rain was new, I could see when, you know, this is fine. This is an okay one. This is okay. This one's fine. Could it be that 2010 Tim Buckley is improving? We got a couple in a row that are like okay-ish. Okay, never mind. This one sucks. We got more Star Trek. Finally, I've been cooped up on this bridge with you morons for months. No more. This new patch has added the rest of the ship, and I'm going to explore. So long, fuckers. And then he gets fucked because the patch day is tomorrow. As if that's how that works. I mean, obviously that's not how that works, but then I don't really understand why. God, can you imagine spending $15 on the Control-Alt-Delete 1.0 digital book set? You can buy all of these for $15 on sale. All the quality Control-Alt-Delete 1.0. Before the big reboot, I guess. Which I don't know if this has happened yet. I don't know when that was. We got a computer here. Ubisoft's new DRM needs to be in constant contact with your PC. Oh, this is aged. You have 13 new messages. First new message. Yeah, hi, it's me. Don't know why you're not picking up your phone. You should call me. Let me know where you are and who you're with. If it sees you spending any time in a non-Ubisoft game, it flies into a jealous rage, calling and hanging up at all hours of the night. It breaks down in tears when you try to uninstall it. Baby, please! I only do it because I care about you. I can change, I swear! A couple of months later, it tries to weasel its way back into your life attached to a new game. Hey, there, I think maybe I left my toothbrush here. You know, it's a DRM joke. I mean, at least this is about video games. Like, I'll give them this. This one's not funny either, and I wouldn't say it's too many words again. I wouldn't say it's as funny as, like, the other ones that I said were okay. But it is better than the average Control-Alt-Delete comic, because, like, I mean, it's not just a thing where it's like this idiot, moron, dipshit character that nobody could ever possibly like unless they're brain damaged, who just says occasionally, just drops in like a fucking reference to some MMO nobody's ever played from 2006 or whatever. Asheron's Call 2 or some shit. Which is the way the old series, you know, the way it was before, the way it was, you know, a year prior or whatever, the way the the Ethan stuff goes. But at least here, this is like a, you know, it's like a hypothetical kind of like joke scenario based on a thing in gaming. It's relevant. It's still relevant today, somewhat. I mean, I say it's aged, but it's aged in the sense of like, well, it hasn't aged that much at all, actually. We're still doing DRM and shit, and like fucking 13 years ago, we thought this was a crazy novel concept. And everybody was against it then, and they still are, but doesn't change anything. You know, yeah, this is a decent comic overall. I sure hope the next one isn't... Okay, well, I know we are soon to return to fucking Lila and Ethan. Soon we'll be getting back there. Skill versus gear score debate. Which is why I argue that gear score is not an adequate format by which to judge a player. As you can see from my research, a skilled rogue in average gear regularly gets DPS'd out by a noob rogue in the best gear. The numbers don't lie, people. My opponent makes a compelling argument, but I feel he's neglecting an entire variable in his research. I have brought with me some research of my own, which I believe will irrefutably establish something. And then slash argument E-peen. Oh, and it's like a little dick. Alright. Well, that's cool. That's, I'm sure, somebody who played MMOs who's ever played MMOs. I say that as if I didn't play fucking Final Fantasy XIV up to and into the first expansion before deciding that I was not really into Final Fantasy XIV. But, man, I'm sure if you're into WoW or something, this might get you. Potentially. StarCraft 2 sucks! I thought we'd agreed you weren't going to sniff the cleaning supplies anymore. I'm serious! I keep getting rushed and destroyed, so I don't have time to learn anything. So I keep getting rushed and destroyed. See a pattern here? So the game doesn't suck. You're just trapped in a cynical flowchart of failure. You could always just not play it. Don't be ridiculous. I've been waiting 10 years for this game. It could castrate me and kill my parents and I'd still play it. Okay. No comment. That's fine. Ethan was back briefly, but now we go away here. In the future, everything will be designed like games, with a point system. You'll sit down at breakfast to eat your Cheerios, and your cereal box will have a screen and CPU. You'll get points for eating Cheerios. Blah, blah, blah. Banned from Cheerios. I mean, being banned from Cheerios is a funnier concept. The phrase, terms of service violation, you're banned from Cheerios, is the only part of this that's funny. Being banned from the concept of Cheerios. I like that. Everything else here is bad, though. Oh, I guess this one's fine. You know, any one where he does it and it's not like words taking up the entire fucking screen. It's fine. I won't complain too much if it's just a normal goddamn comic. And I mean, you know, sometimes comics require a lot of words. Sometimes there's a lot of dialogue to say, but a lot of the time the characters in his fucking comics don't really actually have all that much to say, and the fucking extensive word count is just because he doesn't know how to fucking economically cut some things that don't need to be there. Or not stick to the 4-panel format, which, you know, is another thing. This one's just a simple 3-panel. If this was if they tried to ruin this, if he ruined this with a 4th panel with a wacky punchline or some shit, then that would have been really unfortunate. Or it would have just been unnecessary and padded out the thing. Yeah, I mean, this one's fine. Anyone where it isn't 400,000 words on one page, I'm good with. At first, there was widespread confusion and panic. Chaos. Nobody knew what was going on. Nobody had answers. As the dust cleared, rage reared its ugly head. A rage so powerful it shook the very ground. The rage bred violence. It drove folks mad. We don't know who dropped the first nuke, but the war that followed was the end of civilization as we know it. And it all started with the great PlayStation 3 blackout of 2010. I mean, Lizard Squad, man, they were here. They were after the end of the world, and only a select few at Sony, like Amy Pascal, really knows it, and a few of us outside. You know, I read it in a pamphlet. Okay, I know we've written off the Halo franchise, but a new trailer for Reach just came out. Are you ready for this? Okay. Wait, it has jetpacks. Oh, cool. Does the trailer show anything else? Whoa, wait. Are you glossing over jetpacks? I feel like you're glossing. Gee, sorry. I guess maybe I got over jetpack fever when Tribes was out. Over jetpacks? I'm not sure I could be friends with you anymore. Well, there's always Craigslist. White male, want to be one friend, must have jetpack fetish. What passes as a punchline in this comic? Or like, if that even counts as a punchline, I don't know if you'd even count that as a punchline. Or if we even fucking divvy a comic like this up into punchlines, if you even can. Like, set up and punchline like it's normal, real comedy. The fucking punchlines in this are like random throwaway dialogue in a better thing. Like they were supposed to really take it home and get me laughing with the, oh, wanna buy one friend, must have jetpack fetish. You know? And like they really probably thought that would be funny. I say they. Tim Buckley really probably thought that would be funny. But I just... God, this whole fucking comic is such shit. God. Oh, and now we do this fucking thing where he replaces the cast for a little bit with these, like, weird number people who are, like, trying to kill each other, I guess. I don't know what the fucking deal is with this, or why this is here, or what purpose it serves, but... Hey, are you eating the last of the chicken salad? Back up! You stay away from me! Huh? Why? Right! Like you're not gonna try to murder me in some horrible way just because I ate the last sandwich! Man, I don't even like chicken salad. 2 is looking for it, though. We got him there. I mean, this one's fine-ish. I mean, again, none of these are really making me laugh. The most I got out of this was like a brief little at one of the Heavy Rain ones. But this is like... I don't know, at least it doesn't feel like they've wasted one of the panels, or like one of the panels is just unnecessary kind of thing. Which I said before, like that feels... That's often an issue with Tim Buckley, is the feeling like the panels are just... Like, because it's a 4-panel grid, usually. Like, oftentimes there will only be maybe 2 panels worth of content. Or even just 1 panel. Or even just, 1... Or even just, 3 panels of content. But, there's one that's just padding. That's, like, not... That doesn't need to be there. This one seems fine. This one is, like, paced effectively, I'd say. It's not funny. But it's, like, at least it's not pissing me off. I guess. Oh, God. Final Fantasy 13 and Control-Alt-Delete? Well, speaking of pissing me off... Having some chocolate milk. Okay, I brought home a copy of Final Fantasy 13. Gimme! Not so fast. I might have said Final Fantasy 8. Which is also not a great game, but it is better than 13. I know I'm about to lose you to a Final Fantasy game, and I know how long they last, so I'd like you to sign this contract in duplicate, please. What's it for? Basically, it says that every time you use a Phoenix Down, you agree to show me boobs. Are you serious? Is this really necessary? Hey, left unchecked, this game threatens to take away my PS3 and our sex life for at least the next month. We could negotiate for sharing of the console if you'd prefer. Boobs it is, then. Wow, this is at an era when anybody thought that they would be spending that much time playing Final Fantasy 13. Jesus Christ. Yeah. God, I mean, I don't know what the chances are. I'm assuming by this point that the dude's probably married. Tim Buckley. He's probably married. He's probably got kids. Whatever. He's, you know, he's probably got it going on to some extent. But like, the funniest thing ever is to just imagine that this is like some kind of, you know, self-insert fan fiction where Tim Buckley more or less just wrote himself in a beautiful dream girl who is perfect for him. And, you know, who will show him boobs when she dies or something. Yeah. I don't know. It's funny to picture him just being like sitting hunched over alone in a room like, yeah, that's what she would say. And doing that kind of thing. But you know, it's like basically a deviant art person, but on a grand scale, and that's Control-Alt-Delete. So yeah, they're definitely gonna take up the whole fucking PS3 for months playing fucking. You know, Final Fantasy 13 is the Control-Alt-Delete of video games, so it makes sense. I don't even know what that means. It really isn't. The PlayStation Move? I mean, really? Because you move it? I see what you did there, Sony. I'll bet you could just feel the shockwave of envy that tore through the market community over that one. Marketing. Microsoft is freaking out. Oh my god, I can't believe we didn't think of that. Should have called ourselves the 360, the Xbox Sit. Steve Jobs is all pissed because they went with iPod instead of the Apple Listen, and he kicks a small animal in frustration. This ranting has made me hungry. I'm taking my break. Maybe I'll hop in my Toyota Drive and go get a burger with... Maybe I'll hop in my Toyota Drive and go get a Burger King eat with fries. Oh, good. Oh, right. Cause you move it. Yeah. So you drive a car, so it would be a Toyota Drive. I could see a car being called a Toyota Drive. Like that's just the real name of a car. I'm surprised there's none that have called themselves that, frankly. So, another completely garbagey comic. He has left the station. Just pick something already. I want to get going. Nah, this is all junk. I don't like any of this stuff. What? If you're not going to buy something, why do you have been just standing here for the last 20 minutes? I'm waiting for the vending machine to get new inventory. Might have a good item of the day. Right. I'm leaving. Good luck finding a vehicle spawn station. Any minute now. Oh. My life is like a video game! He's still just trying to collect coins. He's just all the while he's still collecting coins, chat. You know, his life is like a video game. And what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna whine and moan? His life is like a video game. Thank you. Fuck. Vehicle spawn station. We got Kratos. He's scowling. Scorn. Scowl 3, the scowling. Right. Scowling scornfully over here. Ugh. Oh, the words. There's not even that many compared to some of these fucking things. So, Rory called last night. Apparently, the investigation looks like it's getting swept under the rug. Upcoming election, avoiding rumors, etc., etc. Wow. It looks like he's still going to lose his bar, though. Oh, that sucks. Is he upset? He seemed pretty pissed, but he says he understands why I did it. My parents... towards approval. So there's a joke here about his parents not approving of him. Without any of the context about what the fuck is happening in this fucking comic, my brain glazes over. And I'm like, wait, no, hang on, but wait, what is happening? It's like it's easy to lose sight of that and what is actually going on. And whatever it isn't good. It isn't funny, it isn't interesting. It's like a terrible, terrible soap opera. My name is Paulo Santosi. I'm the leader of the Reapers. Oh, it's the fucking Just Cause 2. I hear you're looking for some able-bodied comrades. You know, he's the best. Go cause chaos. And then we got like Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum memes from like 13 years ago. How about that? 'Tis a glorious day, my friend, for The Witcher 2 hath been officially revealed. You didn't even finish the first game. Precisely! I may never finish games, and I always say, well, I'll get around to it someday. But someday is too infinite, too vague. An upcoming sequel stamps expiration dates on that someday. I have to finish the game before the sequel arrives. The sequel is the great motivator. Oh, so you're gonna, like, force your way through the... I guess if that's the way you fucking work, but, man... You also just not play the first game, I guess. I don't know, man. I mean, this is... Hang on. This is so miserable, this fucking comic. And if I go back to... What is this? This is March? We're into March already? Oh, man, we really fucking sped along in 2010. Damn. Yeah, he updated a bit in 2010. What's happening by December? Basically the same shit. It's just the same shit. It's just the same shit. It's the same 4-panel madness, and I'm losing my mind. And we aren't even to the part of the comic yet where it goes fucking edgy and ridiculous. We aren't even to the part of the comic yet with Fortnite rules, last man standing survives the school shooting. We're not even there yet. We are not even there yet. And there's so much more to go. But I don't think it's going to happen today. Anus Beach? What the fuck is happening? I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to happen today. I'm getting tired. I'm getting sleepy. Fucking, I was already like, man, I want to have a nap today. And now reading fucking Control-Alt-Delete is like driving me into a coma. Fucking reading this insipid shit. And I'm gonna do more. We're doing more. But whenever I come back, we're skipping all of the fucking boring Ethan and Lila shit. We are jumping straight into whenever it becomes... Because there's a period around, like... Whenever I was on 4chan back in the day, in, like, I want to say, like, 2010 through 2014-ish... There was a period around there where the comic becomes like a resistance sci-fi story. And it stops being funny. And it starts being about like terrorism and explosions and like computers taking over the fucking world or something. I don't even remember. I think the Xbox friend who's like Zeke or whatever, I think he takes over the fucking world or something. And it gets really edgy and stupid. It's like Loss as a whole comic. So we're gonna do that next time. Whenever we do Control-Alt-Delete again, we're gonna skip over all of this fucking eyes glaze over webcomic 2010s hell, late 2000s hell. And we're just gonna jump into the next phase of things where he, you know, where he tries to do something a little different. He tries to make it like an action comic with a story, and I think that's going to be real interesting. So stick around for whenever that is. Next time we do Control-Alt-Delete, I think it'll be potentially the best time, outside of just looking at the Loss. The Loss comic in and of itself is funny, but everything surrounding it is miserable. And the only time the comic really starts to get funny is once they get real fucking edgy and stupid. And so when they stoop it up, and it gets all stoop, then we'll really have something. So I got a couple of super chats here, just a few more here. Let me see here. $5 from HG McCartoons. Of all the horrible shit we've seen on this channel, from Adobe pedophiles to Adobe PDF files, yeah, to poopy poo poo, please God, no Johnny Test, please no. Well, the Johnny Test was forced upon you, I'm afraid, but I think we had a good time with it. I think we rolled with the Johnny Test pretty well. $2 from Dr. Grubius. Online Damians always ruin it for the rest of us. Oh man, you know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. You know. There's always going to be that person you encounter whose name is your name, and you're like, man, you really are bringing a bad name to all of us out there. And that's, I've heard people say that to me. I've heard people say that about people I've covered before, and I've felt that way too, so, yeah. 5 SGD from John, who needs Deviant art. Time for canon inflation. Look up Lilo and Stitch French fry. Sorry in advance. Well, why are you so into Lilo and Stitch French fry? Why are you so into Lilo and Stitch? French fry is like an episode. Okay, it's an episode. Yeah, so you mean canon inflation, like there was actual inflation in that episode, I guess? I see. Okay. Well, you know, I remember Lilo and Stitch. I don't remember the inflation episode of that show. It was a movie and then a TV show, I think, right? And then I mostly watched the TV show, I think. $10 from Heavy Artillery Bot. I love looking at the most recent tab on DeviantArt with my friends. These types of streams are my favorite to watch. Oh, most recent tab is always good, and I mean, by this point, with the stuff I've looked at on DeviantArt, I've mentioned before, I didn't look at it today, but because I didn't see anything today, but I mentioned before that frequently when I open up DeviantArt, I will see on my page, like, this is what's recommended to you, and it'll just be the most fucking heinous, duplicitous, insane shit, like, and just like oftentimes it'll be like a blurry photo of some bald guy like winking at the camera or something, like some weird shit, you know, just some insane shit, and it's stuff usually where I'm like, what did I even click on that got you recommending this to me, DeviantArt? I don't know, but it happens sometimes. So thank you. $2 from Dr. Groovius. Inflation NFTs, you know. You know, the inflation on Planet Mobius in Sonic's universe is actually a really interesting point of contention, because they actually have a whole thing about that in the Sonic lore Bible. You have to look up Sonic inflation on Google for that. It's best if you do it on DeviantArt with safe search off, but yeah, there's actually a whole bunch of lore in the Sonic canon about Sonic inflation. £2 from Niall Scott. If you like, I could make a claw bear inflation. Well, if you'd like, you can. I'm not going to acknowledge it or look at it. Thank you. Boraris with $5. Hey Claw, love the streams. My friend Suxy Woman with an E instead of a U, so Sexy Woman, on Bandcamp made a funky cover of the Johnny Test theme song. Oh. Well, I mean, that's cool. If you need some funky I don't even remember what the fucking Johnny Test theme song sounds like. What we need is shoegaze What's With Me? What About Mimi? We need shoegaze What About Mimi? Or What's With Andy is another one, actually. We could do like a reggae, maybe like a dub remix of What's With Andy, you know? $5 from Kate. The sad part is that there are a lot of people like Ethan's character. Well, yeah, I mean, Ethan's character is sort of the comic version. It's like a character like Homer Simpson, who's just such an idiot that you can't take him seriously, and it's like, you kind of know somebody who is almost this stupid, but not fully this stupid. It's like that, except Homer Simpson's, I mean, even when he's like jerk-ass Homer, he's still lovable Homer Simpson, and he's funny, and he's got a funny voice and everything. And Ethan doesn't have either of those going for him. He's not lovable, he's not funny, he doesn't have, I don't remember the fucking animated series, so he doesn't have a funny voice or anything. He doesn't have Dan Castellaneta doing voice talent. He doesn't have anything going for him, whereas a character like Homer, who's also a fuck-up and comedically, stupidly, like, unable to do anything, and stupidly, like, unempathetic, and like, you know, it's like, Don't think for a second that I don't get that the joke is that he's an awful piece of shit and that's part of the comedy, but it's like, man, it just isn't funny, and if it is, it's not for the right reasons, and yeah, I don't know. $2 finally from Just Larm. The absolute despair while reading CAD is amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's enjoyable for me. Even if I hate it, it is enjoyable, because I never really read Control-Alt-Delete back in the day. You need to understand, Chad, anybody who's still here, you need to understand back in the day on 4chan, there used to be what we called LOL threads. And this was not really something that you were supposed to do on 4chan. I mean, not on V, anyway. You could do it on, like, CK if you want, or no, not C, that's the cooking board, on CO, on CO. You could do it on CO. you could like do your lol thread on Ko, but even then it would be considered like a meme. It would be considered kind of a shit post, and you might get it like it might get deleted by the mods. But it was frequently done on V, especially because it is a video game themed comic, and V culture and all of that. Lay V culture, lay epic Jimmy's V culture, and so lol threads were very common. And, you know, you would get, basically what it would be, it would be the newest, that week's newest Control-Alt-Delete comic. And it would be accompanied by the text, the simple text, often spoilered, so you'd have to click on it first. And you would always know what it is before you click on it, but you'd still click anyway, just to see that it says, lol. Which is, of course, you know, it's not lol, it's not funny, didn't laugh. None of his fucking comics are funny. And it would be lol, and then it would be 500 posts omitted. Because the whole thread would be, where's the joke, Buckley? And people, like, editing out letters from the word bubbles so that it actually is funny. Or, like, doing some kind of Buckley edits to actually make them funny. Which I don't know if any of those are saved anywhere. The classic Buckley edits, beyond the loss era. Like, every comic each week was getting edits made for it by people on 4chan that made them infinitely funnier. I don't know if they would still be funny, but, like, man, compared to fucking the actual comic, they sure were. So yeah, that's the pedigree of this stream, is the year ago or whatever, or the decade ago or whatever, when I would look at a 4chan thread and it would go lol, and I would read these fucking comics and I'd be like, surely one of them must be funny. And every now and then one of them would be. He had one about he had a recurring one about Mac versus PC, those commercials back in the day, and it was like a parody of that, where it was just, you know, PC was better because it, you know, generally is. You know, I don't know, as somebody who was also, you know, a PC person, I was like, huh, this is good. Yeah, Mac does suck. Yeah, you tell him, Buckley. And that was like one of the only, there's a few of those that are like okay-ish, and that's like one of the only things I can point to from Buckley that he ever made that was funny on purpose. And even then, they aren't like a fucking crack up joke, but like, you know, 10 years ago, I had them in my like funny comics folder, you know. They weren't that bad. There's a few that aren't that bad. If you can forget that it's Tim Buckley. Sometimes he can tell a joke that's not the worst, but man, it sure is rare. It sure is rare. Anyways, that's the stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for engaging with the content. I hope you had fun. I'll see you next time. It might be later tonight even. Probably not, though. It'll probably be tomorrow. But I'm going to do a little rest. It would be very dumb of me to come to do a rest and then come back later in the evening. I should probably continue to rest and eat food and things. I haven't had breakfast yet, so I should probably get a lunch going. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. This has been a good one. See you next time, where we will do... I was going to do some games today, too. I wanted to do Sonic Adventure 2, maybe, but we'll have to do that soon. Stick around next time. We might do some game stuff. We might do Wheel of Trash, maybe, tomorrow. I don't know. Something a little different, perhaps. Something a little something we haven't done in a bit. Maybe Cringe List. We haven't done one of those in a while. Or TikTok, maybe. I don't know. Something. I'll figure something out. Something fun. Maybe you know what we haven't done in a while is bad chefs. Maybe it's time we look at some more bad chefs. I don't know. It's been like a couple months. But anyways, there's a few options there. You know, we'll see what happens. And yeah, take it easy, folks. Penis.